give props to Recreate 68. Give them a hand. Organizers who make things happen. We take it for granted when we show up and everything's straight. You're able to walk right in here without a problem. Negotiations took place every step of the way to make sure the city was open to you.
Corporations to the back roads of desperate situations. It's a confused.
Whole slew of brown people that's being affected, but the same thing's going down. And if we don't do something about it now, I'm just afraid to see where this country is going, where this world is going, because we're still struggling with the effects of colonialism in my family today.
That you know it don't belong to you or me. Know it in my land, it in your land, could be a rich land, but it's a poor land, because of the few that hold it in their tight grip hands, so that it don't belong to you or me. Now there was a time when the song was greater, but that was then, and this is later, and there's a hole in my heart that's like a crater, and they say it's gonna be the death of me. So let's take this song.
We can resist. We stand up and we resist, and resistance is never futile. When we resist, we draw the line. We say, you're not going past this line. If we don't resist, they will push all the way.
There are political prisoners, and political prisoners are something just as significant as the Democratic Convention.
We're also here to celebrate the fact that we realize that this is happening, and we realize that it's an attempt to control us and our way of thinking and our way of understanding. And we're here to celebrate freedom, and we have to remember that freedom means not just what they tell us is freedom, but freedom means we get to decide what freedom means. About 750 people per 100,000 of the population incarcerated. That is more than any other country on the planet. We have more in real numbers, we have more in percentages. The median for the rest of the world, if you put all the countries together, it's about 125 versus 750 here. We also know that there's incredible racial disparities in who is incarcerated, right? At this point, 1 in 8 or 9 African American men in their 20s is in prison, okay? 1 in 3 or 4 young kids who are African American boys can expect that they will end up in prison. And unless you're going to believe that there's some kind of genetic or biological inferiority here, if you reject that, notion, then you have to look at the system and say, what is wrong? What is going on? And what is the real purpose of the system? This is not an accident.
People in suits and uniforms and robes hiding behind badges and desks and TV screens. People have handed all of their power over to them, trusting that they know what is best and that they will take care of things. Well, I'm sorry, but that's just not true.
Who's street? Who's street?